the side. Pulling it during the mace, which is good since the boss is much slower, but he can one-shot the tank if they're not paying attention. But those blazing shadow flames going out. Another frontal beta backwards. Well done. Let's see. There's another frontal. So we can see there's 2 stacks of Searing Flames at the moment on Lekeni. And boss pulsing through, coming through with the swords again. So another Molten Fury drop. Heading over to Dumpys' team. So pulling. Oh, they pulled the Beguiler Giant Pack right at the end, which is pretty interesting because, as you can see with Aigs' team, as teams usually tend to skip this one. But I'm wondering if they're doing this to skip the Sleeping Pack that's on the bridge just because they don't have a lot of Curse to spell. They've got a few. But if they're planning
low health on Mo's stream.
On Mo's stream? Oh, yep. So we can see Mo's got that absorb on her at the moment. So dropping low with that absorb, that could kill her. That she's dead. There we go. Incarnate straight away. So this is that danger with the warlocks with the curse healing absorbs on them. It's a lot of healing absorbs, so that's why you want to run a decursor at least. One extra one along with the healer, so she's just getting mana at the moment, letting Omni do his thing. Going back over to Aigs' team. Looks like they pulled this entire first room, so we can see all the corpses in the back there. So a lot of a lot of healing absorbs going out on the players, but Totem seems to be on top of all of the mass healing, get them back up to full health, actually not bothering on dispelling it. But those enforcers, we can see another tank, a really nasty tank mechanic for another dungeon. So those enforcers, every smack they do gives them a stacking debuff that increases their physical damage done. So you want to make sure that you're stunning and you're knocking them back and the tank is running away to drop those stacks before he gets one shot. Coming back, looks like that Warlock is being pulled with the Lava Bender on the bridge. Nasty Lava Bender at 50% health. They evolve and they start throwing out massive pulses of raid-wide AoE damage. So you want to make sure that you never, because there's a nasty pull before the third boss where you've got 2 of them, and if you're coming up both at the same time down to 50%, it can get very dicey very quickly. We can see this team pulling. There's that Chained Mind, the stun that I was talking about, but they're looking to make quick work of it. Dumpys' team already on their way to the third boss. So we're seeing that's Lava Bender. So here we go, a double Lava Bender pack before the actual double Lava Bender pull. But we can see that first Lava Bender completely annihilated. Second one evolved, pulsing now. But look at that damage going out on the team. About 25% of everyone's health every 2 seconds. Yep, so they're skipping the Sleeping Pack on the left there. So that has 3 Warlocks. If you don't have a lot of Curse to spells, that's definitely a pack you want to try and avoid. This is an interesting strat. They're going to pull this pack into the boss. They are. Okay. I wonder if they're going to do the cheese on this boss where the tank hides in the corner and everyone just gets hit by the wing burst. We can see those stacks on Dumpy ripping through his health. Look at him drop. That's definitely one of the scarier parts of this dungeon. Taking care of the spirits. Well done. Heading over to most streams. So they have pulled the third boss. And so Tank's in the correct place with that knockback when they've killed the 2 Lava Benders. We just see, oh, and Mo goes down. Do they have a battle res? They do, okay. And she takes it, well done. A lot of damage going out there at once. I wonder why they're not doing the cheese strat. Very interesting that they're kiting the boss around. Another diff? Oh, looks like we've got a wipe happening. Oh, yep. 4 dead and 5 dead. Yep. So our first full team wipe of the dungeon. Unfortunate. That was the keyboard warriors, Mithros team. No, they're definitely not. So they're at 14 minutes. It is this very tremendous run back, unfortunately. That there's not a lot of skips. Oh, is he trying to sap the warlock? Yep, well done. Yep, so the team can run through. So they still have. So they're coming up to third boss. What was the wipe? Was it on the double lava bender beguiler pack? It must have been. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Heading over to Dumpys team, so they're already on the pack directly after the third boss. Double beguiler with an enforcer and 2 warlocks. Another sketchy pack, but they do have that druid helping them. So that druid is your main source of curse dispels. But they are ripping through the pack. So coming up to this destroyer, pulling it with these first lot after. Oh, they're skipping the destroyer. Oh, this is very interesting. So are they going for a double pull? They're going for a double pull. This is very ballsy. This is very ballsy. So, if anyone doesn't know, if you kill the little ads, they put a stacking debuff on everyone that increases your shadow damage taken. And the corruptors cast corrupt on random members of your party that increases the amount of shadow damage they take again. So if you have all of these popped and you get double corrupted, it's all but a death unless you can immune the corruption. Which, if we can see over there on our Dev Evoker, look at his health just dropping from that corruption. Oh, and the Boomkin nearly dies. Going into bear form to mitigate that damage. Mo's team is on to the final boss. So they did a double pull with corruptors and little fledglings, I think they're called. And looks like they're pulling the final boss. Everyone knows the fun of this final boss. Tentacles stun with the dead zones that you need to pull the boss into. Looks like this one's at the start of the dungeon. Or at the start of the room, sorry. There's a good pull. Heading over to Aigs team. Looks like they are pulling that destroyer just before the hatchling. Sorry, hatchlings, not fledglings. Just after the last third boss, going into the last boss.
On the last boss now.
Second team on the last boss. Yep, Dumpy is going on to last boss. But first off, Mithros team, unfortunately with that wipe, they're just a little bit behind at the moment, but they're on to the third boss. 6 minutes, so they've used lust already, but they still aren't out completely. They can still pull the head if they do some crazy strat pull at the end here. Dumpy's team is on the boss 80%. It looks like they've already used lust, so they don't have it for the boss. Abyssal Corruption is just making sure you're out of the way and not getting hit by the dead space created by his surge. Spawning ads with that crush. So that crush is a knockback, so making sure you're not getting knocked back into tentacles, because that stun with the ads can normally kill you. Oh.
Mo and Omni done it.
Oh, well done, well done. Mo and Omni are the first to finish. What's their time? I can't see their time. That's right, they'll post it soon. Going on to Aigs team, so they're just doing the corruptors on their way to the last boss. Mo has done the dungeon in 17 minutes and 11 seconds, so that is our time to beat. Now, just because they started first doesn't mean that they will win. Dumpy's team is on their way to killing the boss. They're at 17 minutes and 45 seconds. Yep, 17 minutes and 50 seconds. Well done. We're down to our 2 last teams. Pretty much neck and neck in ad kills. Looks like they're just going. So that Mithros team is on their way to the final ad pack just before the boss, and Aigs team is now pulling the final boss. They also do not have lust up for this. Do we know if is it a fortified week or a tyrannical week? Can you see?
Fortified week.
Thank you, fortified. Okay, yeah, so it makes sense to pop those lusts on the trash backs. Tyrannical bosses usually tend to fall over, like we can see here. Look at the damage from that DK coming out, 1.7 million. Like I said, don't sleep on the DKs when it comes to single target damage. They're definitely your carries on bosses. Boss is already half health, going back to Mithros team. Oh, Isaac is dead, unfortunately. But they should... See, in my mind, this would probably be a place to throw out a battle res just to get through these corruptors a little bit quicker, if they've got one available. It does... I can't see. So the 2 minutes are coming up to the final boss now. Our last two teams on the final boss. Looks like Aigs team is 10% away. And they will kill the boss at 19 minutes and 9 seconds. Well done. On to our final team, Mithros. So unfortunately, we did see that wipe kind of eating into their time with that run back. There's just no real good death spawns in this dungeon. There's quite a lot of running back and forth, but well done. So we're coming up. Any takers on the time for Mithros team? So they're 21 minutes and 20 seconds at the moment. Boss is on 49%. I'm going to guess about 22 minutes and 13 seconds they will kill this boss.
22 on the dot.
22 on the dot.
22:20.
22:20. Ooh.
They're blasting.
They are blasting. You can see that damage coming out, the Ret Pall padding on those ads. That Destro Warlock is doing their work while everyone's running. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, nice bubble from Sherry. Very smart. Coming up to 22 minutes now. Boss is on 18%. But they are pumping through this boss. Look at that damage. That must have been cool. Oh, yeah, looks like that was cooldowns from the Ret Pall. I think he had his wings popped. And boss goes down at 22 minutes and 14 seconds.
Pretty close
Well
there.
That was
done.
great.
That was amazing. Oh my god.
That was good fun.